Here we are. We have new drivers in the shop, including the SIM2 and SIM2 Max. So we're going to test those real quick, just like 3 or 4 balls each, up against the SIM that I currently game. Project X Hazardous Smoke Black TX 60 gram. This thing's built out, think D4 if you want to get nerdy on the specs. But let me just say this before we get into SIM2 at all. I don't expect insane gains in performance. I think where it's going to be a little different, maybe it's a little more forgiving on mishits. Maybe the hit changes a little, maybe sound and feel with all that carbon on the bottom. I'm not a brochure guy, so I'm not going to read you a brochure. Go to TaylorMadeGolf.com for the brochure, or go check all the other channels that are definitely going to give you the wrap. So, I do love this driver. I hit it good. We're on test hole, St. Andrews. See if we can't carry the left side. Or just hit it straight with a little fade. I love that ball fly, by the way. Okay, that's probably spot on my averages. If I hit a bunch of golf balls for you, I'd probably be somewhere around 116 to 117 club head speed, ball speed 168 to 170. No cut, but will it carry the bunker? It will. That's why we test on this hole. I think it's fantastic. This little par 3, it's 200 yards, which we fit with 6 iron, so it kind of works. I'll do a lot of iron testing on this hole, but right there, those numbers are ideal. Slight pull. Cut. There you go, stock shot. I love that. I like that with the bunkers too on the left side. You carry those bunkers even on a miss, you've done something well here. Great numbers, as good as I could hit this really, just 3 straight balls. Let's move on to SIM2. SIM2, gamer shaft. That's the thing, it's gotta be the same shaft. If it's a different shaft, then we don't really know what's going on. Is it the head, is it the shaft? In this case, limiting the variables as much as we can. Looks good, feels good. Let's see if it hits good. Feels good. Oh, that's a big fade. Oh, that felt great. Maybe a little heely. Same, a little heel. Big spinny cut. Can't say I don't like it, but obviously there's a massive difference between what I just did with my current driver versus this. 3,400 spin, oh my God. Okay, I nuked that. And look at it going that little bit to the right like that. I hit that so solid. Stay in the fairway. 3 shots. And the lowest spin I got was 2,900. Oh no. I will say this. My driver has a little bit of hob melt in a nice special place. A little low in front, to the right, to the toe I should say. So maybe that is playing a little bit of a part here, but it shouldn't. Maybe I'm just delivering it a little too open at 1.8 degrees. Okay, I made sure that wasn't going right. Look at me fighting this thing. That's one way to lower spin. Duck hook it. I mean, I can tell you right off the bat, the only way I'd be switching out of what I currently play anyways would be is if I had plenty of time to kind of dial this in and get it right. But looks, feel, I mean, it would go in the bag immediately based on those. That was a big miss, huge miss. That's gonna look really funny on a comparison chart. I'm gonna take that one screwball that went left out, but before I do that, let's hit SIM2 Max, or is it SIM Max 2?
SIM Max 2.
SIM Max 2 or SIM 2? SIM to the max, that's what it should be. It should be SIM to max. Could have done SIM Max. Well, if I hit SIM 2, that way I expect this one to go maybe a little straighter, not as much of a cut. I mean, I didn't even put this on the right setting. Like, I'm a rookie. Here we are again. I'll tell you, looking at this driver, like I really want to hit it so hard, like as hard as I possibly can. And I don't know if that's necessarily how I get my best results, but that's what it makes me want to do. Toe. Truly, that might be the only way to get this thing to spin low enough for me, is to hit high toe. That's the one on the golf course that you would probably take. Smooth. $3,200. Wow. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm gonna end on that one with it because that's just perfect, and I've lost 20 yards, 15 yards. 3,100 spin. Feel, looks, everything checks out, but that sim is so dialed, I'm gonna have to really spend some time dialing in the new sim. Numbers, let's get numbers. Take a look here. I did actually just hit one with my driver, so why don't we do this? Why don't we take out this one that went 15 yards right with my driver. We've got 3 balls here. Only 2 of them were on camera, but now we've got 4 out of this. Look, that was the first one. Mel was distracting me. There we go. One of these, obviously dialed as can be. I think a lot of it has to do with weight, you know, the head weight. But if you look at the ball speed here on the Gamer, which is Sim, versus the Gamer, I'm sorry, maybe the future Gamer, potentially, if we can get it optimized, SIM2, 9 degree. Ball speed, same, launch is the same. That's the difference right there. I mean, look at the ball flight. It's just that ever so slightly higher peak. Look where I'm hitting max. Way up high. Gamer, dead in the middle. SIM2, a little low on the face. I can attribute all of that probably to weight. If I put the SIM2 on a swing weight machine, I bet it would come out just under D3. My driver's about D4, D5. I know that sounds like it's a little bit, but it's that important. That's why getting correct fit and build is kind of the 2 pieces to this. But even if you throw in this miss here, like let's just go with this miss. That first ball is as bad as I can hit that. We're just gonna compare that one ball speed, 168, launched higher, spun up there. You know, we are so close. I think that with a little more time, I can get SIM2 dialed in, and I really love it, just the way it looks and the way it feels. But I'm kind of intrigued by the rad speed. I hear there's some super secret driver out there with Cobra that I'd like to try and hit. I don't know if I'm supposed to mention that. And then the new Callaway definitely looks pretty saucy. So that's what you're looking at. SIM2 Max. Ho! That's why it's one of those things where you get a lower spin guy in here, it kind of excites me a little bit. Like, cool, we can get them a little extra pop, maybe some extra forgiveness. Maybe they need a lighter head, something along those lines, more height. SIM2 Max. SIM to the max. Could be really good. That's that.